Today is a very interesting day for crypto. I first of all want to quickly prepare you that in about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so, the FOMC meeting is going to take place. And there's two very important things you've got to watch out for. We all assume the interest rate is going to be increased by about 0.25% yet again. If it's not the case, be wary. The markets might move a lot. And if it actually does, well, the markets will have anticipated it. So I don't expect as much of a move, but I still want you guys to be prepared, especially if you're a trader. But guys, I will of course be trying to live stream this in about an hour and 30 minutes from now, as 30 minutes after the interest rate decision comes the Fed press conference. Usually quite important because they explain what they expect is going to happen. They explain a little bit of the, in my opinion, manipulation that's ongoing, but sometimes there's a couple of juicy trades that are able to be made from something unprecedented or something unexpected at the conference, or perhaps if again the interest rate gets increased by a very odd number, we'll see some explanation. But as of this point, the chart is not loading, but I think we've got like a 95% or so consensus. Let's quickly see here. Yeah, about 96.5% of people thinking it's going to go up by about 0.25%. From 5.25 to 5.5%. And again, it's basically what we already said a little bit earlier throughout the year. If you think the world is in a good position right now in terms of the economy, I'd say you're completely mistaken. Because even though the inflation is looking to be combated, well, at the end of the day, people are not going to be able to afford their homes anymore with this insane of an interest rate. And to put it into perspective, here's the 25-year chart for the interest rate. What we're seeing now is basically unprecedented in our little modern history where people actually watch YouTube. It's funny, right? The last time the interest rate got to these levels, people didn't really even have YouTube yet. Actually, it says right here, the Federal Reserve is widely expected to raise the target range for the funds rate by 25 basis points, bringing borrowing costs to the highest level since January of 2001 and resuming the tightening campaign after a pause in June. Investors will closely monitor any clues about the Fed's future plans, again, which are going to be announced about 30 minutes afterwards, particularly when it's done with the rate hikes or if it still intends to increase borrowing costs further. Again, the borrowing costs are so important because the reason it brings inflation down so much is because the cost of capital becomes higher. Let's say I'm a project manager and I want to really do good for the economy, right? Well, I'd probably go and develop some new houses, some new projects. However, this kind of counts for anything, even new companies, for example. If borrowing money right now, if acquiring debt to expand your business or to do something is insane, you're more likely not to do it. And on a sideline, this is in theory, usually takes a little bit longer, but since this interest rate increases, you're more likely to save up your money now because you've got a pretty good rate and then, extend your consumption into the future, which leads for, prices coming back down. However, at some point it spirals out of control, which is a story for a different day, but that's why everybody's wondering how exactly high will this interest rate go and when will they stop? What's going on with that? Anyway, that's happening in about an hour and a half from now. I just wanted to quickly give you guys a heads up. And for all my notification people, just quickly press that like button, but also let me know down below. Do you have the notification bell on? I'm just pretty interested to see. With regards to XRP and crypto regulations, etc., it's been a pretty interesting day too. They said a little while ago, tomorrow's going to be a big day for digital asset legislation in Congress. HR 4763, 1747, and 2969 are all headed to be marked up. Stay tuned with us for more details and check out tomorrow's schedule. I did, which actually came out to be about 2 hours ago that they started all of this. I don't honestly fully know the process and how long this takes, but they updated it about 15 minutes ago. Oh, no, it's 12 a.m. So about a couple hours ago. It's 12 a.m. actually on the 25th. So a while ago, actually. But honestly, more and more questions about the economy are right now popping up with, for example, Elon Musk saying he's going to change the entire financial system, and even presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. coming in with this, saying the financial system right now is designed for the rich to strip the middle class of their assets and equity. But as you might have heard me also say earlier, things are right now pretty interesting on every single field. I mean, on the XRP Ripple front, with, for example, Cynthia Loomis saying this, the Ripple decision has reinforced the need for Congress to create a regulatory structure for crypto assets. Loomis Gillibrand is the comprehensive bipartisan bill that protects consumers while allowing the industry to continue to drive the innovation our economy needs. And I don't really care about her words specifically. I don't think Cynthia Loomis here is my idol necessarily, but John said it pretty well. Senators talking about the Ripple case. Now, yes, individual holders played a role in it all. It is pretty interesting to me that how right now, I said it before, right? Everything in terms of crypto regulations has been put into extra motion now that the Ripple case is over. Because right now they've got some more ammunition against the SEC to, again, get a bill written in or get some additional power or some additional PowerPoints, so to speak. All these senators would like that. And so it makes a lot of sense that right now, a lot of these guys are referring back to the Ripple case and saying, hey, this shows some laws need to be made in a similar sense as with FTX or with the whole Luna collapse. With those, it was all negative. Right now, they finally got themselves a nice example. And with regards to the economy, like I just said, where things are in a strange position, I will tell you that right now, we've got a couple of juicy trades open, and we've got them open over on Bybit. A link is down below. It's basically a crypto exchange where you can trade crypto in terms of contracts, and right now, you can claim yourself an 1125 USDT XRP long or short position, which is basically a cool contract. Check it out. The link is down below. And BitGet's also got a cool little competition of sorts where you basically get to spin the prize wheel for whatever actions you take. So there's a ton of different actions you can do. Every single time you do one, you get a little ticket to spin the prize wheel. Again, it's a crypto exchange I personally use, but these are nice incentives to have on the side. You can win $100, $2,000, a MacBook, just $1, nothing. It just depends. Like I was saying, though, right now, a lot of people are anticipating that we are close, if not at the market top, because of what's happening in the background. U.S. senators introduce a bill to ban the president, VP, and Congress members from owning and trading stocks. And like the Bearable Bull said, I've always stated this. Once this stock ban bill gets passed and politicians are not allowed to own stocks, that will mark the exact top of the stock market. Fed officials were banned at the previous top. Politicians will use this bill as the excuse to sell the top as well. Corruption and greed never lose. And right now, a lot of the guys I've been speaking to have said, crypto right now is also boring as we are gearing up for some sort of major stock market move. And what is being said, and I kind of agree with this, is the moment that the stock market moves heavy, most likely cryptos will also turn back around, probably in a bullish light. As you might have seen in my video yesterday, I told you guys right now for Bitcoin, things are actually still looking extremely bullish. Many people have pointed out that, oh, we're in a bear market still. I don't agree from any perspective. I think the biggest dip for Bitcoin is already in, and I'd say that right now we are in a pretty clear uptrend. It's yet to be broken. We've got the holy support that's held strong for a pretty long time right now. The only thing is, recently it's been quite boring. But if we extrapolate and think about the halving cycles, it's not that sad that right now the price action is boring. And perhaps right now, because of this meeting, because of some strange results, we can see a little bit more of a crazier breakout. Again, if you just look at the price, you can see for how long this entire June section here has just been sideways, 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 with right now one move towards the downside. But there's a very good chance that if people get ever so slightly excited again, that Bitcoin's price bounces right back up, leading us to where we've been for the last couple of weeks, basically just sideways trading, with again some potential for a breakout towards the upside. We've got our juicy $32,000 barrier to break, but the moment that we do, things are probably going to be going insane for almost any crypto. I'm also personally very excited about XRP, but let's just see over the next couple of hours if something will happen. Just know that all these things are important on an individual level, but more importantly, if you combine all these things together, just the fact that things are being put into motion right now, the regulation side, also on the economy side from every single field, many things might turn in the blink of an eye that could have detrimental effects. So hopefully I see you guys again in about an hour or an hour and a half or so, as I'll be live streaming the event, most likely, and also half an hour afterwards, I'll be live streaming the Fed interest rate decision talk, as that usually is the most interesting part. But yeah, see you guys in a bit.